In this session, we are going to learn about the Camunda events. Specifically, we will learn timer events. Okay, so first we need to learn the start event. So, if we are creating any process, while creation of the process, we need to give some starting point at which point our process will start. So suppose if we are specifying a blank start event, it means this process can be triggered from the Camunda cockpit or through the REST APIs. Okay, but suppose if we don't want to execute the process on our own, we want Camunda to invoke this process at certain predefined time. So at that particular case, we can use the timer start event. The timer events can be used in multiple ways. So timer start event can be used in multiple ways. First is means we can specify the date. If we are specifying a particular date, fixed date, suppose means today is 19th November and I am specifying the date at 25th November. So it will start our execution at that particular time, whatever time and date we have specified. Okay, so Camunda job executor will trigger our execution of that particular process at the timer start event. And if we are specifying the time duration means when our service will start, after the starting point, after what particular time means it should start our process. So that what time duration means. Suppose I am specifying the time duration is P10D means period 10 days means it will start the process after 10 days whenever our service was started. Okay, so you can read about these values here. Okay, P means period, Y means year, whatever means values we are specifying for the durations. Okay, you can also specify the time cycle. Time cycle means after how many intervals, after means how many times our process execution should be repeated. So suppose if I am specifying the R3 means repetition will be done 3 times after 10 hours of interval. That's what time cycle means. Okay, so we have means multiple types of timer events. First is means a timer start event, then timer intermediate catch event. So we will look into it in this particular process which I have created for demo purpose. So this is our timer start event. Our job executor is going to start this particular process at what time, whatever time I have specified. Suppose let me specify it to 10 seconds. Okay, 10 seconds. After 10 seconds we are after the 10 seconds, and let me specify start as cycle, and repetition will be 3 repetition, and after 10 seconds interval. This is the cycle means. Okay, after that it will just print that serve dinner, and after that it will print dinner ending. And when the execution will arrive from this point to this point, it will also start an execution to this timer intermediate event. In this timer intermediate event, I have specified a duration, and the duration is period time 5 seconds. It means when the execution will arrive at this point, it will wait for 5 seconds. Then after that, it will trigger this particular execution. Okay, so after 10 seconds, for 3 repetition, our process instance will be created, means 3 times the process instance will be created. And at this point, after 5 seconds, it will print this served results. Something like this. It will run something like this. So if, let me save this file, and suppose let me press this and start this process. So if you want to use the means events, you first need to enable the job executor, because job executor is going to take care of your events. Okay, so you can specify the enable the job executor using this property. And how I got this property, you can read in the process engine configuration. In the process engine configuration, see, it has provided all the values, means for the Spring Boot project, it has provided all the values for the Camunda engine configuration. So here you can read the job executor properties, whatever you can define in your properties file. So enabling the job executor, you can just simply define this property and value as true. If you not define this property and you are going to use the timer event, it will throw the error, because Camunda agent doesn't know how to start this process. Only the job executor task is to trigger this particular event. Okay, so if we will check the logs of this process, see, first we have served dinner, then dinner ending, and then served desserts after 5 seconds. So if you will check the logs, see, first we have served dinner, then dinner ending, and after 5 seconds it is printed served desserts somewhere here, and then served dinner, dinner ending, then served desserts again, then served dinner, dinner ending, and served desserts. So it has done this execution 3 times. Why 3 times? Because we have specified the repetition as 3 times. So that's how, means in your process you can use the timer event.